Alright, what's up guys, Caralisc here, and welcome to a comparison video. Similar to the one I did with the Countach and the Countach QV, this is going to be from a comparison with the Dang1 and the Dang2. So, these two yo-yos are both Paul Dang signature yo-yo. The Dang1 released in 2011 and this Dang2 being released in 2017. So first we're going to start off with the specs. So starting with the Dang1 has a base weight of 60.7 grams, which is very light, and weight with ultralight side effects, which is what it comes with, 63.2 grams. Now, the Dang2, first comparison, does not have side effects, so it cannot be altered in any way for the weight except for maybe the bearing or the axle. Dang2, or the original Dang, also has a width of 41.3 millimeters, which is actually relatively narrow to today's yo-yoing standards. It has a diameter of 55 millimeters though, so that's actually pretty similar to the Dang2, if not exactly the same diameter. It has a gap width though of 4.35 millimeters, which is pretty narrow of a gap compared to today, which is like 4.5, 4.6 millimeters. And this one is 6061 aluminum as opposed to this one, which is 7075 aluminum. Now with the Dang2, you have a weight of 65.8, which is over 2 grams heavier than the original Dang, a width of 44.34 millimeters, which is actually quite a bit wider, like 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters wider. You can see there's a very big gap between those two, and a 7075 body, and the gap is actually exactly the same. I thought that was different. I guess not. It just looks smaller because this one's walls are much deeper and this one is not. That is the comparison between the specs and specifications of it with the actual shape of it. The original Dang is a lot more extreme with the H shape. What it has, it is a lot more stepped up when it comes to the rims, while the Dang2 has still a little step up, but more of a conventional, so you say, step up rather than an extreme like 2013 Superstar step up. Its walls are also a lot narrower in the Dang1 than they are in the Dang2, because in the Dang2 they're a lot wider for easier catch. In the Dang1, not as easy to catch, surprisingly. The interior is a lot different as well, as the Dang1 has a much simpler interior than the Dang2, as it is not obvious where the rim weight is placed. As does the Dang2, it is very easy to see that some of it's right there, but most of it's in this rim. And also, it has side effects, Dang2 does not. And this one has laser engraving, this one does not. So, that's comparison to the, oh god, no. Thank you. Alright, that's a comparison to the two shapes and specs. Now, with playability, let's compare. So the Dang2, it's very powerful, very stable, very well-rounded, and extremely good for competition, I would say. But it is not a yo-yo that I think resonates with my personal style as much as it would with others. It is also very fast. No, wait, what am I saying? It is very well-rounded. It is very stable, it is very good at maintaining your speed and controllability, and is very good and I think could be oriented for competition, but that's just me. Now, with the Dang1, this yo-yo is also very stable, very well-rounded, actually, but not as stable as the Dang2, but I think more well-rounded than the Dang2, as it is still very long spinning, but really light. This one does not feel as light as the Dang1. The Dang1 I think is only 63 grams, this is 65 grams, so that's a whole 2 grams about heavier. The Dang1 also, I think, resonates a lot more so with my style. Personally, between the Dang2, because it has so much history behind it, because it's Paul Dang's first signature, and it's aged so well for me. It's very much so more, I think, floaty than the Dang2. It feels very light and very well-rounded. Not as stable as the Dang2, I think, but still very able to do everything and up to today's standards, I would say. But not as good as today's standards, but still there. So, which one do I prefer?
3, 2, 1. The yo-yo that I prefer is... I don't prefer any of them. I do not like yo-yos.
I'm just kidding. The Dang1 is my favorite. Oh god. don't destroy it. I love the Dang2 just as much, but the Dang1, sorry to say, I like a lot more. If you just saw my review yesterday, you will know that this is my favorite yo-yo. As of right now, this is totally my favorite yo-yo. I love it so much. I love how well-rounded and light it is. I never knew that I would like light yo-yos. I always thought I liked heavier yo-yos, but something about the Dang1 just like is like, wow, that is like screaming my name and totally accustomed to my standards. The only thing I'd want though, if it was a signature, I just want it a little bit wider and the walls a little bit lower. So yeah, I prefer the Dang1 over the Dang2. But that's not saying they're both incredible yo-yos and incredible things to have. So yes, Dang2 in summary, very powerful, very well rounded. Dang1, not as powerful, but still very rounded, both very stable. Dang1 not as stable, and Dang2 much wider, Dang1 less wide, Dang1 narrow walls, Dang2 wide walls, Dang2 a lot heavier, Dang1 lighter, woof, and so on and so forth. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.